Close your eyes and let yourself settle into this moment. Feel the weight of your body sinking into comfort, your breath naturally slowing as we begin our journey together. There is a garden that exists only at night, when the moon hangs full and luminous in the velvet sky. Few know of its location, tucked away beyond the edge of the waking world, where dreams and reality gently blur together. Tonight, you are one of the fortunate ones who will walk its winding paths. You find yourself standing before an ancient wooden gate, weathered smooth by countless seasons. Moonlight pools across its surface like spilled silver. The air here is different, softer somehow, fragrant with night-blooming jasmine and something else you cannot quite name, something that smells like peace itself. Your hand reaches for the gate's iron handle, cool and solid beneath your fingers. As you push it open, the hinges make no sound. Everything here moves in hushed reverence, as if the garden itself is holding its breath in contentment. Stepping through, you find yourself on a path of smooth white stones that seem to glow faintly from within. Each stone has been worn perfectly round by time and footsteps, and they feel pleasantly cool through the soles of your feet. The path winds ahead of you, disappearing between walls of flowering hedges that reach just above your shoulders. Above you, the sky is a masterpiece. The moon hangs impossibly large and close, its face serene and watchful. Stars scatter across the darkness like diamonds scattered across deep blue silk, and occasionally one traces a lazy arc across the heavens, in no particular hurry to reach its destination. You begin to walk, and the garden opens itself to you slowly, generously. On either side of the path, luminous white flowers bloom with their faces turned toward the moon. They are called moonflowers, and they only open their petals when darkness falls. Their blossoms are as large as your hand, trumpet-shaped and glowing softly, as if each one has captured a piece of moonlight to keep as its own. The fragrance they release is gentle and sweet, wrapping around you like a whispered lullaby. As you continue along the path, you notice that the flowers change. Now there are night-blooming cereus, their spectacular white petals unfurling like stars themselves. Each bloom lasts in only this single night before returning to sleep. They seem aware of the preciousness of their moment, and they celebrate it quietly, without fanfare. The path curves, and you follow it around a bend where silver-leafed lamb's ear plants grow in soft, velvety clusters. Without thinking, you reach down to touch one. It feels exactly as it looks, like touching a cloud, like stroking a dream. Your fingertips remember the sensation even after you've walked past. Ahead, you hear the gentle sound of water, not rushing or tumbling, but trickling, whispering, speaking in a language that your body understands even if your mind does not. The path leads you toward it, and soon you arrive at a small pond. The pond is perfectly round, as if the moon herself had pressed her reflection into the earth and left this circle of dark water behind. The surface is so still that it perfectly mirrors the sky above. You could not say which was real and which was reflection. Stars float in its depths. The moon rests in its center, serene and complete. Around the pond's edge, smooth gray stones create a natural border. You find a particularly inviting spot, a flat stone that seems to have been waiting just for you. And you settle there, sitting comfortably, your breath falling into rhythm with the gentle pulse of the garden around you. The water speaks its quiet language. Small ripples appear occasionally, concentric circles spreading out from where a night insect has touched the surface, or where a water lily has shifted in its sleep. The ripples catch the moonlight, creating momentary patterns of silver that dissolve back into stillness. At the pond's far edge, you notice cattails standing in a small cluster, their seed heads catching the breeze and releasing tiny white tufts that drift across the water like miniature clouds. Some land on the surface and float there, tiny boats on a cosmic sea. You sit and breathe, in, out. The garden breathes with you. There is a rustling in the foliage nearby, gentle and unhurried. A small rabbit appears, its fur the color of moonlight itself, its eyes dark and calm. It regards you without fear, as if it knows you belong here in this moment. The rabbit hops to the water's edge and drinks delicately, its pink nose just touching the surface, sending out tiny ripples that rock the reflected moon. When it has drunk its fill, it turns and disappears back into the garden, a small white dream fading into the night. The air stirs around you, carrying new fragrances. Somewhere nearby, night blooming stalk releases its spicy sweet perfume. A nicotiana plant adds its own tobacco flower scent, rich and intoxicating. These night flowers know secrets that day bloomers never learn. They know that darkness is not an absence, but a presence, full and complete. You rise from your stone, refreshed, and continue along the path. The white pebbles guide your steps as the garden leads you deeper into its heart. Now you walk beneath an arbor, heavy with moonflower vines. The flowers hang down around you like living lanterns, their white trumpets glowing. You could reach up and touch them, and when you do, their petals are cool and smooth, like silk that has been blessed by starlight. The arbor feels like walking through a tunnel of soft light, and you move slowly, savoring each step. Emerging from the arbor, you find yourself in a wider space, a meadow within the garden where tall grasses sway in the night breeze. The grasses are silver in the moonlight, and as the wind moves through them, they create patterns like waves on an ocean, rolling and flowing, never stopping, never hurrying. In the meadow, scattered like earthbound stars, are patches of white clover. You cannot see them clearly in the dark, but you can smell their honey-sweet scent rising from the earth. Here and there, the tiny lights of fireflies appear and disappear, blinking their slow, patient code. They drift through the air like floating embers, like stars that have come down to walk among the flowers. You find yourself moving toward the center of the meadow, where an old willow tree stands. Its branches cascade down in long, flowing curtains that sway gently in the breeze. The tree is enormous and ancient, and beneath its canopy, you sense the accumulated peace of centuries. Pushing through the soft curtain of willow fronds, you find yourself in a private chamber of green and silver. The willow's branches create walls that filter the moonlight, dappling everything with patterns of light and shadow that shift and dance. At the base of the tree's trunk, the roots have created natural contours in the earth, forming a perfect resting place. Soft moss grows here, lush and thick, like nature's own cushion. You lower yourself down, leaning back against the trunk, and the tree seems to welcome you, solid and supportive against your back. The bark is surprisingly smooth, worn by weather and time. You can feel the life of the tree through it, slow, patient, enduring. The willow has stood here for longer than you can imagine, watching the moon rise and set, welcoming the night garden visitors. holding this space of peace. Through the willow fronds, you can still see fragments of the sky. The moon has moved across the heavens, and now it hangs at a different angle, its light streaming through the branches in long silvery rays. You watch these rays, your eyes growing heavy, your body sinking deeper into relaxation. The night sounds of the garden create a symphony around you. Not loud, never loud, but present. There is the whisper of wind through grass, the distant trickle of the pond, the soft rustle of willow leaves speaking to each other in their ancient language. A night bird calls, far away, its voice pure and clear and lonely in the most beautiful way. Your breathing has slowed to match the pace of the garden. Deep breath in, drawing in the peace of this place. Slow breath out, releasing anything that no longer serves you. The garden accepts it all, transforms it all, turns everything into nourishment for new growth. You let your eyes close. Behind your eyelids, you can still sense the moon's glow, gentle and persistent. It asks nothing of you. It simply shines, as it has always shone, as it will always shine, patient and eternal. The moss beneath you feels infinitely soft. The earth beneath the moss feels solid and sure. You are held here, supported, safe. The garden has wrapped itself around you like a blanket woven from moonlight and flower petals and the whisper of growing things. Time moves differently here. A moment might be an hour might be a breath. It does not matter. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. The garden has claimed this time for you, set it aside, kept it safe. Your body grows heavier, more relaxed with each breath. Your shoulders settle, your jaw loosens. Your hands rest open and easy at your sides. Every part of you is releasing, letting go, softening into this perfect moment of peace. The willow branches sway, and through them you can see one more star appear in the sky. Then another. The universe is settling down around you, tucking itself in for the night, and you are part of that great settling, that cosmic preparation for rest. In the distance, you hear the faint sound of wind chimes, glass or ceramic, you cannot tell, playing their random melody. The notes are pure and clear and spaced far apart, with long silences between each sound. The silence is as much a part of the music as the notes themselves. A cool breeze finds its way through the willow curtain and brushes across your face like a gentle hand, like a blessing. It carries with it the scent of the night garden, jasmine and moonflower, grass and water, earth and sky all blended together into a perfume that you will remember in your dreams. Your thoughts are drifting now, like those white seeds floating across the pond. Each thought appears, drifts across your mind, and dissolves away. You do not need to hold on to any of them. They are like clouds passing across the moon, beautiful in their moment, then gone, leaving only the serene light behind. The garden is singing you to sleep, not with words or melody that you could name, but with its whole self, with every flower and stone and drop of water, with every blade of grass and breath of wind. It is a lullaby written in the language of nature, and your body knows how to read it perfectly. Beneath you, you can sense the vast root system of the willow tree, spreading out through the earth, drawing up water and minerals, holding the tree steady through all weather, all seasons. You imagine yourself with roots like that, anchored deep into the earth, safe and stable, part of the eternal cycle of growth and rest, bloom and sleep. The moon continues its slow journey across the sky. The flowers continue closing its petals at dawn. This garden will be here whenever you need it. These paths will always welcome your footsteps. This willow will always offer you shelter. The moon will always shine, and the night will always hold this space of peace for you. Let yourself sink deeper now, deeper into the moss, deeper into the earth, deeper into the soft, dark space where dreams are born. The garden whispers goodnight. The moon smiles down. The stars keep watch. And you, beloved traveler, rest. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully in the moonlit garden. The story ends, but the garden remains, eternal and patient, waiting for your return.